in Africa. One of the earliest political units that existed in Africa was the Aksum Kingdom. The Aksum Kingdom. Territories of the Aksum Kingdom can be found in the present-day Ethiopia and some parts of Eritrea. The Aksum Kingdom was an ancient kingdom that existed in Africa. It actually started as a kingdom, then later expanded to an empire status. The kingdom existed from around 100 to 700 CE, the Common Era. And the kingdom, which some people refer to as an empire, based on the later expansion, was a very interesting one, highly formidable, highly structured, and also very influential. The rise or the establishment of the kingdom is somehow not so certain. Information about the establishment is not so clear. Rather, archaeologists, scientists, and historians have been trying to figure out pieces of archaeological materials, bringing us some projections. Some tend to believe that some materials tend to acknowledge the fact that there was some level of acculturation between the locals and some other people from outside that area that came to live with them. But the bottom line is this: the rise of the kingdom of Aksum can be characterized, or was to a certain level made possible, based on the geographic or the environmental conditions of the place where the kingdom was established. The area had very fertile ground, a reliable high density of rainfall in a year, and very encouraging environmental conditions that were very helpful in the area of agricultural practices, livestock rearing, and as well trading, which was a huge source of income to the Aksum Kingdom. Well, the capital of the kingdom was Aksum. The capital of the kingdom was Aksum, and the area was known to have written with Ge'ez language, and had very reliable structures within the kingdom. Well, the kingdom was known for its international trade engagement. In fact, some historians believe that one of the things that helped in the emergence of the kingdom was trade, based on the activities or trading activities in the kingdom. The kingdom was established in the coastal area, and this made the Aksumites to be in position of doing or conducting middlemanship business arrangement. Business or materials from the hinterland, from the interior of African continent, mainly on eastern part of Africa, were sent through the territories of the Aksumites, from where these materials were taken to Middle East and other parts of the world. The Aksumites did business with the Arabs, Saudi Arabia, other Middle Eastern countries or territories. The Greeks did business with the Aksumites as well. The Aksumites did business with the Indians, the Chinese, the Persians. And this was very important or very influential in the creation of wealth in the Aksum Kingdom. The kingdom was believed to be the earliest political unit in Africa to have developed their own coins. They they developed gold coins, silver coins, and bronze coins, which they used in doing business in Adonis. Adonis was a very important town with port towns from where businesses were conducted by the kingdom. Some of the important products that the kingdom traded upon or exported were gold, ivory, livestock, tortoise shells, frankincense, myrrh, and a good number of other products. And these were valuable products which people from other parts of the world seriously needed, and they got through the Aksumites. And this made the area to be very wealthy. Well, at the time, Christianity was introduced to that area. Some persons believe that Christianity was introduced through the route of Egypt. But a particular name has been mentioned as somebody that played a very important role in the introduction of Christianity in Aksum. That name was Frumentius. Frumentius was believed to be from the Phoenician city of Tyre, which is in the present-day Lebanon. And he was said to have tutored the first king under the Aksum Kingdom to have converted to Christianity. That king Ezana. Ezana was the first king to have converted to Aksum Kingdom. Frumentius was believed to have tutored him before he rose to the throne as a king. When King Ezana got to the throne, he reigned from 320 to 500 CE. When he got to the throne, he was said to have adopted Christianity as the state religion. This helped the spread of the Christianity that was introduced in Aksum Kingdom. The Aksumites were known to have built very beautiful pattern of monuments called stairs, and they had a very beautiful monuments called the stairs, and with beautiful inscriptions on it. Now, at the time, the Aksumites did strong business with the Greeks, and this business relationship got to a point of even introducing some Greek cultural orientation into Aksum Kingdom, to the extent that some inscriptions on the stairs built in Aksum were made of Greek language, in addition to the Ge'ez language. Well, after Ezana, or within the Ezana's reign, the kingdom rose to the highest level. That was the period upon which the kingdom must have taken the status of an empire, because Ezana was responsible to have initiated expansion, where he conquered some of their neighbors, the Meroe Kingdom, and got to a point of even extending the influence of Aksum down all the way to Yemen. Although when the spread of Islam the growth of the spread of Islam became very popular in the Middle Eastern area, the Aksumites were chased away from the kingdom or the territories where they had influence, mainly in the Yemeni area. Well, the kingdom started having issues, which later affected or led to the decline of the kingdom. One of such issues was the loss of trading relationship with outside territories. At the time, the Persians took over most of the business relationship that the Azumites had earlier been enjoying. The Persians started doing business with some of the business counterparts of the Azumites. This reduced the traffic of business through the Adulis. The same thing also happened was another thing that happened was that the degradation of the environment played a very terrible role to the Aksumite kingdom. Due to constant agricultural practices and coordinations and unnecessary handling of agricultural practices, the environment started having an issue, leading to the establishment of erosion plagues. But as well, we're actually known to have created some lovely irrigational structures, but unfortunately, they didn't take it serious. The sustenance were not actually being taken serious. With this, the kingdom started dwindling. But what seriously, completely weakened the empire was the expansion of the Islamic activities. Although the Aksumites survived this expansion, they were not basically taken over by the intending expansionists, but most of the sources or their source of wealth were seriously affected, thereby leading to the serious decline of the kingdom. The important external trade declined, and the state developed a greater isolation in agricultural community. Unfortunately, also the land aristocrats did not help matters. Greek and Arab influence also weakened the Christian activities within this empire. Well, that is actually the analysis of Aksum Kingdom. The kingdom was a very interesting one, highly influential. Today, the coins used in the kingdom is still being discovered in some museums within the region, and even outside the region you see some of these beautiful coins. Well, if you are watching us for the very first time, please subscribe to our channel and click on the notification icon. Help us to share our content. We'll be very happy to as well hear from you. Contribute so that we collectively analyze contents in African history. Thanks for being part of the channel.